Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with part 10, I believe. Yep, part 10 of the full playthrough walkthrough for Dark Souls 3. In this section of the walkthrough, it's going to be sort of like a double walkthrough. We're going through Irithyll Dungeon and then the Profaned Capital. Irithyll Dungeon's a little long, but Profaned Capital is actually really short. So there's no boss at the end of Irithyll Dungeon, so that's why I'm just sort of blending it into Profaned Capital. Alright. My character stats are as follows. Level 63, 30 Vigor, 10 Attunement, 20 Endurance, 19 Vitality, 34 Strength, 15 Dex, 10 Intelligence, 10 Faith, 7 Luck. Currently using a Butcher Knife plus 6, the Grasscrest Shield, Lucatiel's Mask along with the Mira set. I have the Night Slayer's Ring, Covetous Silver Serpent Ring, Karthus Milk Ring, and the Estus Ring. Alright, so I don't believe that I can level up my weapon at all. I don't have any ashes to give to Homegirl, so we will continue on. I'll just double check. Yeah, alright. Cool. Okay, so Irithyll Dungeon is accessed through Irithyll, the Boreal Valley. I feel like it's kind of in the name. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Distant Manor Bonfire. And I unlocked this in the previous walkthrough when we went through Irithyll and Boreal Valley. I'll show you kind of where this bonfire is in case you haven't found it yet. It's easy enough to walk right past, so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't find it. Alright, so as you're adventuring through Irithyll, you'll kind of eventually come to this little area here where you're underneath the introductory bridge. And then normally you would go through this little sewer system here to meet Siegward. And instead of going through that sewer system, you just want to continue on out of the lake. And then you can go down into this building here. And this will lead you to this bonfire and eventually Irithyll Dungeon. Alright. Cool. So I don't know why this area is so dark, but it is. Pretty cool though. Nice area for a torch. I am kindled, so there may be a little bit of PvP, but there's also going to be a scripted invasion that will happen. So we gotta sort of get ready for that. Oh man, I had a feeling there was a reason these things were like moving like that. Jesus. All right. Pontiff Knife Curved Sword. Nice. Cool sword. Come down here. And then there's a witch here. Luckily we can take care of it pretty quick with the Butcher's Knife. The Butcher's Knife is so strong. It's kind of remarkable how early you get it and how strong it becomes. Alright, so we have a few of these little soot monsters here. So let's take care of these. And there's a treasure, which is a large Titanite shard. Very good. Alright, so the scripted invasion will happen out here. Excuse me, once we get outside. So, yep, there it is. Get a fog wall. And then this is sort of like a Paladin Leroy kind of moment from Dark Souls 1, where you're fighting somebody on an edge. So this is Alva, Seeker of the Spurned. He's got a crossbow. Ooh, that just missed me. And then he has, I think, a Murakomo. But he's got a decent amount of poise, so you can't really bully him. Yeah. Oh man, that did a ton of damage. I didn't even realize. He rolls around a lot too. I would love to just be able to push him off, but yikes. Oh, wow. That was a little shocking. I'd love to drink. Oh, no. Yeah. Big yikes. It's all good. Let's try this again. Go ahead and Ember. And then we should get invaded pretty much right away. I always feel like the NPC invasion system of this game really gives you like such a unique opportunity. Like if you, for whatever reason, can't play games online, or you're just not a fan of playing games online, I really feel like it gives you a very unique opportunity to still experience the systems of asynchronous online play. Oh god. Without having an internet connection. I think that's like very, very cool. And it's been that way since Demon's Souls, I guess. Alright, so we get the Murakumo. There's nothing down here, although I think there might be on New Game Plus. No. Okay. Cool, so moving on. Just want to check over here really quick. I don't think there's anything special here. No. Okay. Very good. Alrighty, so we're going to enter Irithyll Dungeon here. Irithyll Dungeon, I've said this before, is very similar to Tower of Latria from Demon's Souls. I would be surprised if they didn't make that, or didn't do that intentionally. So what I mean by that is there's a lot of doors that you have to open later on. Fair warning, there's also a lot of random screaming in this dungeon. So just, yep, there it is. I kind of don't remember what the screaming comes from, but it's around. So it's really just there to freak you out. A lot of these doors are open, so just always try them. Some of them do require a key, and we will find those keys throughout our adventure. It's locked. Alright, so that enemy right there is a jailer. The jailers are really, really frustrating enemies. When they look at you with red eyes, they can reduce your total health. It's sort of like an immediate curse on you. And it can be very frustrating, but it does go away after a minute. So you're going to constantly be dealing with these jailers throughout your adventure. Oop. Yeah, and they can also put these like pellets on the ground. And they have an attack where they stamp the ground and wind up stamping you with their weapons. So if you see them sort of pointing their weapon at you, you are much better off running away than trying to challenge them. Because when they are in their stamp animation, they get a lot more poise. So it's hard to get out of once you're in it. So we're going to oh, hey. These guys probably just wandered out of this cell. That scared the hell out of me. Anyway, so we're going to let this guy come over here. You just never want them to look at you for too long. Otherwise, you'll notice that your max health starts dipping. Okay, so we're going to come over here. Grab this treasure. Large Titanite shard. And believe it or not, this is a door that we will open later. So it looks like just a window, but it's actually a door that you can open. Okay, so let's go down here. And this room's going to have several jailers in it. One of them is going to be right here, along with a bunch of cage spiders. So you can just go ahead and drop down, kill that one. These cage spiders, unlike their counterparts in the Undead Settlement, have a lot of HP. So you do need to be careful of these guys. And so since it's a prison, a lot of these rooms are going to look the same. But you just want to always be careful and like watch your surroundings and sort of remember where you are, because the enemy placements in each room, although the rooms look very similar, the enemy placements are going to be different. never want to wander too far out into a hallway. Because chances are there's a jailer. Luckily these guys don't do a lot of damage. I say that as they continue to kick the crap out of me. Alright, cool. And so I don't think this opens. No, you need the key for that. Alright, so always take a peek around each corner before you come out. Then you do want to be careful because enemies can lurk around corners. Alright, we have the large soul of a nameless soldier. And then again, we can't open that. You always want to be careful of these cage spiders that are up against walls. Sometimes they're real, sometimes they're not. Okay. So, having a torch in this area is recommended because these guys can shoot maggots at you. So there's the old sorcerer set. And then there's going to be a really freaky looking enemy on one of the walls in here. I think he's in the next cell. Alright, let's go ahead and open this so we can deal with this guy. Alright, so as you can see, my bleed meter is stacking, so just take out your torch. Just stave that off. Oh, that was an input buffer. I didn't expect that last hit. Alright, so we have the Great Magic Shield spell. Just be aware, however, that doing that the cells stay open after you open them, even through death. So it's really important to remember what cells you've opened. Otherwise, enemies will sort of be wandering around without your knowledge, or without you realizing it. Okay, so that's that part of the dungeon. So next we have to go over here, and then there's going to be a jailer really close to here. There's one at that end of the hallway. Okay, so what we got to do is we have to duck into these prison cells in order to, like, prevent the jailer from, like, totally seeing us and depleting our health bar. But there's some pretty freaky enemies in this area, so let's just try to wait for the jailer. Alright, there's that. And then you get some more prisoners over there. Alright. Cool, so the freaky enemy I'm talking about, I think is called a grub? No? Maybe a wretch? Maybe it's a wretch, I don't really know. It's this weird, crazy looking thing that just hugs the walls. It's this thing right here. So these things will continue to freak you out during your time here in Irithyll Dungeon. So get used to them. They're not going anywhere. Alright. And then we can open this door from this side. And then, no jailer on that side, but now we can open this door, which is right near the bridge that we went over before. So we no longer need to run down that way. Instead, we can just turn left and keep going. The jailers do have a huge line of sight, however, so you gotta be careful. Alright, now we got the Jailbreaker's key. Yeah, this is not an illusory wall. Okay, so the Jailbreaker's key allows us to open... I'm almost positive this is for that window that I mentioned before. Yeah, key to the barred window of Irithyll Dungeon. Perfect. Alright, so now we can open this. And then we can drop down. Alright, so down here, this is the Profaned capital. This is why I'm combining these two walkthroughs. They literally just go right into each other. So, we'll be down there soon enough. We get the Bellowing Dragon crest ring during our jailbreak escape. And then down here, you don't want to fall too far, but this guy is alive. How did I manage to miss him? That was impressive. Alright. Whoa. Alright, so luckily these guys don't have a lot of health, but they are very strong. Alright, but before we go down here, instead, I first want to kind of go back into the prison to clear that out. Use my Homeward Bones, and we can come back in here. Alright, so there is a crystal lizard there. However, there's that guy. So, always be on the lookout for things in these prison cells. It's really, really important. Some of these guys just sort of sit on the wall and don't actually do anything, but some of them will attack you. And also, it's really a choice of whether or not you want to open certain cells. You really don't have to, but if you're trying to kill everything and deal with every encounter, you should. Alright. Cage spider here, but there are multiple jailers in this room, so you have to be careful. So let this cage spider come out. And then somehow the jailers are not actually seeing me yet, which is weird. Still nothing? Out of the 3 jailers in there, they're still not doing anything. Alright. So, I'm almost positive there's an NPC invasion here. Could be wrong, though. I really thought there was. Alright. So that's that. And like I said, we have 3 jailers. So let me see if I have any, like, ranged items. Throwing knives or anything. Alright, I just really have a couple left from way earlier in the game. Right, let's get that one's attention. Get her to come out. So that's the stamping animation you gotta be extremely careful of. Luckily, I was able to kill the jailer really fast. But if you get stuck in that stamping animation, your health is gonna drain. Yeah, see, they really lunge at you with it, and you can see my health just drain just from her staring at me. So from here, we just wait, and it does come back. But only the capacity comes back. The health itself does not get restored. Yeah, what a bummer. Oh, whoops. Alright, so from this one, I'm going to come up here first. Because I don't want her to stare at me. Perfect. Okay. So in here, there is a wall grub thing. And a simple gem. Great, so now we can go upstairs. Not going to go through there just yet. Oh, this is this area. Oh. Weird, I thought I did this. Okay, cool. Let's go back downstairs. Okay, we can't open that yet. We need the jailer's keyring. Great, let's go back outside. Okay. I want to be careful when entering this room. I do believe there are some traps in here. Or no, this is a mimic. So this is a mimic chest. Go ahead and throw your Undead Hunter's Charm at it to relieve it of its treasure. Which is an Estus shard, always helpful. And then just start going to town on it. And you should be able to kill it before it actually wakes up. Whoops. Oh, that was close. Cool. Alright. Great job. So in this room, we're going to have quite a few enemies. And then there's a few ways out of this room. So we have to be careful with our choices. All right, so luckily these guys die in just a few hits. But they do have a plethora of weapons. And there's quite a few of them. Oh, wow. feel like he like cut the corner with that shot. That was impressive. Okay. All right, great job. Oof. All right. Cool. So like I said, there's a few ways around this room, and being completely honest, I can't actually remember which way is the best way. So we're going to take the ladder for now. And the reason I'm being so cautious is because there is a giant in this room. And the giant can wake up and deal a lot of damage to us. So, yeah. Okay, so I do not recommend dealing with the giant now. Instead, we can deal with it later. Ow. He did just kill a crystal lizard for us, which is quite helpful. Alright, get in here and avoid the rats. Alright, cool. So the reason I recommend not dealing with the giant right away is for the simple fact that we actually gain access to his room from the ground floor, and we can just deal with him really easily from there, or relatively easily. Okay, so again, I'm almost positive that there is an NPC invasion somewhere that's going to happen. So let's go back here. I know that there's mimics back here for sure. And then there will be basilisks that drop out of this hole. So once we sort of get back here, the basilisks will drop out. It's kind of weird. Maybe I have to open a chest. So this is a mimic. This is not a mimic. This is the old cell key. There they go. Alright. So we have a number of basilisks. Be very careful, don't get cursed. Alright, I think the NPC invasion I was expecting was in the Cinders mod, which this is not, so kind of glad for that. I did play Cinders last year. I've mentioned that a few times, but it has led to some confusion of, of what's going to be happening. Okay, so we got the old cell key, which is helpful. But there is a mimic here that we gotta take care of. Yeah, and this is like the first mimic, I think, that does this. It sort of attacks a little bit differently. It does still have a grab. Oh my god. Yeah, it does still have a grab that you need to be very careful of. Oh, that's terrifying. Alright. So, this mimic has the dark clutch ring. Alright, great. And then we have the old cell key, which... Tower key. Key to the oldest cell in all of Irithyll Dungeon. I'm almost positive it's to the cell near those jailers. Almost positive. But for now, though, we're gonna keep working our way through. Alright. So we're gonna have some big rats. Yep, here they are. Perfect. Get a dung pie. What do you got? Soul of an unknown traveler. Okay, so this area is very treacherous. This area has a lot of jailers in it. And a lot of cells for us to open. So we need to be intelligent here about how we sort of approach things. Yeah, I think there's like 6 or 7 jailers in here. What we can do, though, very quickly is we can actually run out and then open up a shortcut here. Okay, so one thing I absolutely want to explain here is, so get the Dragon Torso Stone. But this area here where my sword is, this is a secret area of the game called Archdragon Peak. And what you need to do is you need to use a, like this hint says, you need a gesture. And when you learn the Way of the Dragon gesture, you want to come back here, use it on this exact spot, next to this dragon, and then just wait about 20 seconds, and you will be teleported to Archdragon Peak. It is a hidden, optional endgame area. I will cover it in this walkthrough series, but we don't have the gesture yet, so we can't do anything about it. Alright, so before you take the elevator all the way up, you want to jump out here for Lightning Blade Miracle, and then we will recall the elevator. Once it stops moving, I think it's good. Yeah. And then we'll take the elevator back up. Archdragon Peak is a really fun area that has a couple of really cool bosses. One of them is a little divisive, but I like it. Okay. Get that. And then this door is the one by the jailers. So we now have a shortcut. And then I'm pretty sure let me check that other cell. I'm not sure if this is the one, if this is the key we needed, or if that's just the jailer key ring. But let me check. You always gotta check. I generally don't think it is, but we'll see. No. Okay. We don't have that one yet. We now have a decent shortcut back to the bonfire. Oh. So to give you your full bearings, the bonfire is just over here. Through this door. Oh, no. Through this door. So the bonfire is up there. And now we can just cross the bridge. And since we opened up that cell, we no longer need to do the whole area. And I should mention, you can, of course, just drop down from level to level if you like. It's not a problem. So you don't have to actually take the stairs or anything. Alright, let's go back down. Now let's deal with this giant room. This really big room, I should mention, has a very important NPC for us to rescue named Karla. And Karla can teach us miracles of the deep and dark pyromancies. So she's a really, really important vendor for us. Let me see if I can reach these guys with dung pies. I don't really know how this is going to go. Really? Okay, well, that's fine. Oh! Hello. That's one. I think the other one's season 2. This is actually working out okay. I don't like it. Here, let's go into this room. There's going to be a lot of these grubs here. Let me just double check to make sure I'm using the right name for these enemies. Grub. No. What are these things called? Wretch. These are wretches. Okay. Good to know. So this room has several wretches. I do believe this one's guarding an ember. I know there's one behind me. Yep, there he is. I was lucky enough to clip him on that hit. That was nice. A profaned coal. Yep. That one was a little sneaky. Alright. Can open this up. Careful though, this isn't exactly a safe spot. Yeah, okay, so this is a mimic right here, and sadly I don't have... Oh, do they see me? I don't think they actually see me. Sadly, I don't have any more Undead Hunter charms, so I'm going to wake this one up, and then we're going to run into this room here. Can it get in? Yep. That's funny. Alright. What do you got for us? Titanite scale. Alright. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to try this way. Try to take a couple out. And then maybe run them around. Oh god, yeah, this isn't going to work well. Alright, I took one out. Because that's mildly helpful. Man, she's in it to win it over here. No. Oh my god, that stamp, man. It's so tough to deal with. Alright, let's get our health back and heal. So we got 2 down out of like the 50 that are in here. I really wish I knew like a clean way to do this. But this room has always been really, really challenging. Okay. I guess we'll wait for them to turn around. Try to get the jump on them again. Ooh. Yikes. Try this again. Run out. I love the way they run. They just sort of wiggle, you know? It's cute. Probably get the jump on her. Yep. Excellent. Okay. I don't think she's the only one left. I think there's more. Yep. And then there's one in there. Okay, but where are my souls? My souls are in here. There's going to be a scream again. I guess I avoided it. Alright, so there's jailer in here. It's just one? It is just one. Oh, wow, okay. So that is that insane room. And here's Karla. But it's locked, of course. Get the Alva set. And I believe you need to kill that red phantom from earlier in order to get that. Oh. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Don't forget about this corpse here. Alright. Great. Alright, let's see what cells we can open. Of course we can open the one with the crazy crucified dude inside. Ooh, he can actually get out here. Alright. What was he hiding? This can't be right. It can't be right. So I'm just looking for the keys. Okay. The key for Karla is not here. It's in the Profaned capital. Okay, speaking of, it's time to go there now. Okay. So, this bridge will lead us to the Profaned capital. Yeah. But I'm almost positive I haven't done everything yet. So over here, I think we might get jumped by a gargoyle. What I would like to do is... No, this is what I want to do. I do want to go here. Alright, so this is the Profaned capital. The Profaned capital is guarded by these big, hulking gargoyles, and some other types of folks. Oh god. Yeah, and these gargoyles are really, like, no joke. They have a lot of follow-up attacks that you gotta watch out for. And they can also guard themselves with their wings. So, you gotta be careful. Oh. And they have a lot of poise. So they're not impossible to stun, but it doesn't really happen very often. There you go. Okay. And they do drop their weapons, so make sure to stick around for when they die. Okay, cool. So, any fans of Dark Souls 2 will recognize somebody here. We do have to drop down to get to the bonfire, though, so just keep dropping. And then take this ladder up to the bonfire. Alright. So here, we have the stretch out emote and an undead bone shard. And this is... I'm not sure if it's exactly the same person, but it is appearing to be Laddersmith Gilligan from Dark Souls 2. And it would make sense with all the ladders around that he'd be here. Okay, so let's light the bonfire. And before we teleport back to Firelink to use our shard and everything, there are some treasures that are accessible through these windows. Yes. Okay. No, I don't want to do that yet. Is there one down here? There's one there, okay. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so I knew that there was some sort of drop. Alright. So I think if we just drop here, yep. And then I think we can just... Am I totally mistaken? Can we just drop here? This doesn't seem like it's gonna work. No. Alright, whatever. Let's just go ahead and warp back to Firelink. Spend what we have. Take a little bit of a breather. We should be able to upgrade our weapon again. And then we can continue on in the Profaned capital. And believe it or not, the rest of Irithyll dungeon. It's all one big connected area. But I think because the motifs have just changed, they made it two separate things. Okay. Alright, so let's get the Xanthous Ashes to the Shrine Handmaiden.
Gracious, let I own her.
Okay, and then the Xanthous Ashes, let's see what they unlock. Xanthous Ashes. Xanthous Ashes unlock the Xanthous set, Young White Branch, Gold Pine Bundle, Gold Pine Resin. Oh, that's it. So, the Xanthous set, fans of Demon Souls and even Dark Souls 1 should recognize it. Where is it? Right. Maybe the helm is through a trade, but you do get the Xanthous, some of the Xanthous set from there. Alright, I don't think there's... Let me buy a couple Undead Hunter Charms, just to have them. I definitely want some throwing knives. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and give Andre a shard.
did, wasn't he?
And the coal, actually.
Sure.
Okay, then we can buff this to 7. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and level up.
Very well then.
And we are going to put points into endurance at this point. I really want more stamina. Okay, then we're going to level up, or we'll use our undead bone shard. Great. Oh, we have 2. I must have picked one up in the previous part of the walkthrough and forgot. Okay, and we go back to the Profaned capital. Great job so far, not too bad. So in the Profaned capital, we do have the Jailer's key ring, which we'll get in a little while. Okay, so the Profaned capital, like I said, has a lot of really big gargoyle enemies, and they don't often come alone. So there's not a lot of them, but they are very strong and can sort of give you a hard time. If you look carefully around the area, you can usually spot them. What is this here? There might have been a New Game Plus treasure there. Okay. But you should see like some corpses hanging kind of all around, and that is basically your hint that, hey, there's stuff here. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a lot of places to sort of kind of jump back into other earlier areas and so on. All right, here's that treasure from before, a rusted coin. All right, and then trying to safely... Yep, there he is. How you doing? Oof, yeah, so the ones with flaming staffs obviously deal fire damage. So you do want to be careful with them. Ugh, yikes. Yeah, so there's that guarding I was telling you about. Okay. So I don't want to go this way yet. I don't. Okay. Just wanted to check. Instead, we're going to go this way first. So going that way leads to Yhorm the Giant, which is the boss. But I'm not ready to fight Yhorm just yet. There's still quite a lot to explore, and a lot of it will involve us going back to the dungeon. So there are false floors here that you have to be careful of. And these crystal lizards sort of lead you into them if you're not careful. You need to be careful. Yeah, see? Very good. Okay, so it's not the end of the world if you drop down, and in fact, we're going to go down there ourselves. But we don't want to... Oh, Jesus Christ. What did I just say? Anyway, you got some Ringu down here, and of course Toxic, so make sure you put Blooming Purple Moss Clump on your bar. And, yeah. God, I can't believe that just happened. I mean, I can totally believe it, but I'm just ashamed. Okay. Over here, wake this one up. The ones with flowing hair are real. The ones that are just sort of chilling with no flowing hair, they are not real. Alright, get the Curse Bite Ring, which is helpful. And Toxic is so strong. It's still not as deadly as it was in Dark Souls 1, but it ain't no spring picnic either. Oh god. Well, that was close. Get yourself a Purging Stone. I can't believe I fell. It's really not a big deal. We would have come down here anyway. It's just funny. Oh. Wow. Yeah, we would have come out there instead, which we will do later, I guess. So, I'm heading towards probably the gnarliest enemies of Dark Souls 3 over here. And they seem to have placed them into Elden Ring as well, which I thought was interesting when I saw that. Alright. Cool, so let's open this door. Quickly use a blooming purple moss clump just to get rid of the toxic. I should have bought some from the handmaiden. We're going to open this door, and inside are going to be these hands. And these hands are like so bizarre looking. So what I'd like to do is just aggro one of them. How you doing, big guy? Yeah, just aggro one. They can come out, so you will wind up fighting them in the swamp a little bit. Alright. So these guys can sort of spit, just like that. And they're sort of like ogres in some respect. Yeah, and basically they're just like one giant hurt box. So pretty much every motion that they do can hurt you. So you gotta be careful. Whoa. Alright. So that one drops the Eleonora twin blade axe sort of deal. I think these two come as a set. Nope. That's helpful. Yes, they do. I knew it. Oof, yeah, I was hoping to avoid that. Yep, big punch. Side punch, okay, good. Alright, so we are toxified right now, which isn't great. Ugh, yeah, just trying to avoid that one. That's probably the most annoying one, is that, like, rollover. Yeah, the big punch is funny, but really deadly. Alright, cool. So that is those guys. They are the monstrosities of sin, which just makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, I don't have any more moss, so I'm kind of just going to have to deal with it now. Alright, so that's this little area. Oh, I do have moss. Alright, let me get over here and then I'll moss up and we're done with this. Okay, so let's come over here. And then let's climb this ladder. And then we still have a lot more to do. So I can't remember if it was Cinders or the real game, or the regular game, that had an NPC here. Not even an invasion, just an NPC. So real quick, there is an item up there. We'll get that in a little bit. But we do want to wake up this monstrosity of sin. Come on. God, dude. Oh. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, so I navigated those hallways from earlier correctly, and now we're up on this little catwalk. So let's come over here. I also purchased a couple blooming moss clumps. There you go. From the Shrine Handmaiden. She had 2 for sale, so I went and got those. And I guess the way I'd like to attack this is as follows. There you go. Just to kind of not deal with toxic as much as possible, or to deal with toxic as little as possible. Great. Didn't even need them. Okay, let's go fight that monstrosity of sin again, and hopefully it goes better. Definitely want my souls back, please. Yeah, you got me with that last time, buddy. Never again. Okay, cool. So I'm going to clear out this room. Great. We'll get the Court Sorcerer set. But instead of proceeding on, we're actually going to exit again. And then we're going to come up here. I feel like there's an unkindled up here. Yes, there is. So, you want to be careful. This guy is a little deadly. Even though he is a sorcerer, he still has a good melee weapon. There you go. Has decent poise while he's using it. There you go. So, he can really mess you up if you're not careful. But he does drop Logan's Scroll, and then you can roll down here. I believe this is an Undead Bone Shard. Oh, Wrath of the Gods. Even better. Very cool. Great. Alright, so instead of proceeding that way, we're instead going to come over here. And there is a cell for us to jump into here. So let's do that. Oh, actually, can we even do this? I don't think we have the key for this. We don't. Okay, we need the key. So Siegward is in there, and we need the key. So we can't do that just yet. Alright, let's come up here. Let's really quick check the roof, see if there's anything left. I don't think there is. Oh, nope, there is. Sorry. A couple poison arrows, which is helpful. Alright, then let's go this way and sort of go back into the dungeon via here. Okay. So this is going to put us really close to the giant. But something really... This is like one of the very few things about Dark Souls 3 that frustrates me. Is you can see here... Oh my god. They were invisible. That actually scared the hell out of me. So, that frustrates me a lot. So what was supposed to happen was... you're supposed to come over here and get this key, and then the jailers would become visible, and then they would sort of like mess your day up. Really frustrating. I don't like that for obvious reasons. It's just unfair. But since we have that key now, we can now release Siegward, and then I'm just releasing him now. This way I don't have to like come back through here. And so let's do this. Jump in here, and then we'll release Siegward. Great. And we'll speak with him, see what he has to say.
Ah, you are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior. I, Siegward of Catarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours. Ah, no, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon. Ah, no.
Okay, so there's also the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, which increases our item discovery rate, which is very helpful. Alright, so let's go back out here, and then really quick, before we jump back into the dungeon and deal with the giant, I just want to triple check where this leads to, because I don't want to have to come back here and go through the toxic swamp area. Oh, great, so there's a mimic. So, glad I checked. Because I actually was not going to come back here. Alright, Court Sorcerer's Staff. And then we can just deal a ton of damage to this mimic before it even wakes up. Great. This might be the symbol of avarice. No, okay. Whatever. Let's come over here. Great. This is what I wanted to do. So, grab this, just rubbish. And then this room is ridiculous. I don't know why this is here. Where's the rubbish? I just want to see if there's a New Game Plus item here. Where are you? No. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so now that we've done that, let's go back to where we killed those invisible jailers. Like I said, it's really frustrating that those jailers are there. I don't like that. The games historically have never done anything that cheap. Especially like making them invisible, like just completely invisible. That's just mean. I don't think that's a fair kind of thing. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to jump down here, and we are going to kill the slave giant. What I want to try to do, though... Yeah, let's try to take care of some rats before we really get to work. See what we can do here. All right, so let's drop. All right, so unfortunately, the rats kind of come out of a hidey hole during this encounter. So I think they all might have come out. So we might be okay at this point. But just like in Cathedral of the Deep, just watch the giant's feet. Do your best to keep circling. We actually have him in a really lucky pattern here. This is kind of nice. Can't lie. Alright, so he's gonna scoop the floor there. So just watch his feet, don't get stepped on. Oh god. Yeah, so the rats make this like really, really annoying to do. I don't think they spawn the whole time, but they do spawn a lot. The giant can kill them, which is helpful. I don't recommend wasting any time like targeting him to see how much health he has. I guess unless you're a caster and maybe you want to like downgrade the spell you're using, but oh god. Oh, so that's the giant. Cool. We still have all these rats. Yeah, so you can see them just sort of creeping out of that hole. So we get the Profaned Flame, Titanite Chunk, very helpful. Large Titanite Shard. Then we come over here. And we get the large Titanite Shard. Great. And you can see Siegward's in there, in this little cell. So that's sort of your hint of like, hey, should be able to get over there. Alright, then you can come over here. And we can take this staircase over here. This is yet another mimic. So many mimics. Alright, Dragon Slayer Lightning Arrow. Very good. And then let's, so I'm pretty sure this is a shortcut elevator here. If I'm not mistaken. I think this is the one that goes all the way back to the entrance. Yeah. So this elevator will bring us all the way back to the entrance of the Irithyll dungeon, which is really helpful. So we kind of have a choice of what we want to do. Yeah, let's do this. So let's come back here into Irithyll dungeon, and let's clear out the rest of the cells. Very good. So now that we have like the final key, the jailer's key ring, we can open up some cells. Get ourselves a rusted gold coin. Right. Ooh, I think this might be the jailer's weapon. Oh, the aristocrat's mask, okay. Damn, I thought we got so lucky there. Forget about the one on the bridge, but then there's also these guys here. Oh boy. This isn't good. Yeah, there's the jailers here. Oof. Yikes, buddy. Okay, great. Whew. So as long as you're standing still, you'll replenish. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, let's come over here. And then we have a lot of work to do in here, so see if we can't aggro. Great. We got this one. And then this one. Perfect. Oh, I went to the wrong side. Jailer's trousers. Okay. So I actually meant to go to this side. Whoops. Alright. I meant to come over here. Not a big deal. Alright, so now we can finally open up this door. Get ourselves the Prisoner Chief's Ashes. Great. And then there is the matter of Karla. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the shortcut back downstairs. And we have to visit that room with the 85,000 jailers in it. One last time. Alright, we'll call the elevator and we'll go downstairs. Okay. So, let's see how this goes. Oh god. It's not going well. Okay. I kind of thought we could skip to the other side, but I guess not. Okay. There's that. Ooh. Yay, the soldering iron. Nice. I guess... I don't know. I hate doing it this way. But I feel like doing it on 1 HP is like the only real viable way to do this. Jesus. Yeah, it's like not even worth healing, you know? Took that one out completely with throwing knives. That's pretty nice. So we're gonna do the same with this one. I normally never use items either. This is like kind of funny. Alright. want you to do your move. Okay, that's fine. Whew. Okay. Great. Then there's this one left here, although... Will this guy come out? Alright. I think we're okay from the crucified guy. Alright, and here's Karla's cell. So let's go ahead and speak with the waifu.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd all but forgotten me. How sweet. Good to know that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads. Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Accept my apologies for mistaking you for one of those leeches. So, what business have you here? This is a land of monstrosities, and I am no exception. You're here to save me, but I'm guilty. A wretched child of the abyss. Is that something you can forgive? Oh, really? You are no ordinary woman. Very well. Besides, I've grown tired of imprisonment. I am Karla, and I accept your proposal.
Okay, so there's Karla. She will now teach us miracles and pyromancies found in deep tomes, which is extraordinarily helpful. Okay, with Karla saved, we are completely done with Irithyll Dungeon, and we can do the rest of the Profaned capital. The whole time I have been waiting to come here, I've been wanting to make a joke. I don't know how many Sopranos fans I have in my following, but there's a character, Carmine Lupertazzi Jr., or Little Carmine, who uses the wrong words all the time. And he says something in one episode. Instead of saying the sacred and the profane, he says the sacred and the propane. So I've been trying to like figure out a way to work that in, but I couldn't. But I want you to know that I wanted to say it. Okay, cool. So we can go down this big ladder now. And then I feel like this is a lie. I'll try it anyway. Yeah, that's fine. It was close. Doesn't matter, it's right here. That's a good hint. I'll write that. Give that a fine note. Great. Okay. So, there's going to be a number of gargoyles guarding this area. If you'd like, you can actually... Oh, God. Yep, totally forgot about that. So, there's a big, like, chalice in the distance, and it shoots fireballs at you. So that's a lot of fun. But you can actually drop down and take a bit of a shortcut path if you like, but I kind of don't like doing that just because, I don't know, just never really works out for me. Okay. So luckily, this guy does not have, like, the flame torch, so he's a decent amount easier to take down. Alright, great. So that's the gargoyle. Alright, and then we gotta run. Don't forget this treasure. The Oni Slayer Great Arrow. And keep running. And then we get the Large-Souled Weary Warrior. So there's going to be some more gargoyles in here, along with several mimics. So there's a gargoyle up there. Then we have quite a few of these ladies. So I'm hoping that just aggroes them and not the gargoyle. It seems to have worked. So these guys have daggers. They don't have a debuff. Oh, the gargoyle has landed. Wow. Okay, great. So that's the gargoyle. You take care of these folks relatively easily. They're really not that strong. Like I said, they don't have a debuff that they cast on you anymore. They do cast pyromancies, just some small fireballs, nothing too crazy. They drop rusted coins, which is helpful. Alright, so just always be looking on the ceilings for gargoyles. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but trust me. Alright, so let's head out here. Kill these four. Great. Handmaid's dagger. Wonderful. Okay, and then we can actually come out here, and there's a treasure waiting for us all the way at the end. It's actually a couple. So there's one here. And then there's one over here. That hint says pointless. I don't really know what it is. Could be rubbish. That's a rusted coin. It's not pointless. Trust me, you wind up using a lot of rusted coins while farming for proofs of a Concord kept, so I don't know. It's not entirely useless to me. It saves you some money. I just want to make sure there's nothing over here. Okay. Great. So now, that is the boss fog for Yhorm the Giant. We're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we are going to try to deal with these folks. And the gargoyle has dropped. So we're going to try to run out here. I was hoping the gargoyle would leave. Yikes. Oh! Oh my god. Yep. Can he go through here? I don't know. I guess it really doesn't matter. If he can reach me. Man, that was a big hit. That's juicy. Oh my god. Thank you. Gargoyle Flame Spear, nice. It's a pretty rare drop. I feel like there's another gargoyle in here. I don't feel like it's just one. I could be wrong. Okay, guess I am. So while these folks don't have debuffs, they can overwhelm you. So you want to be very diligent in how you approach. Alright. So, some of these are mimics. Some of them are not. Both of them are. Okay. That's why the charms are so important. Man, you ever see somebody kill 2 mimics at once? Impress myself sometimes. Okay, so this is just a regular chest. These ones are kind of mean, though, because they hide the chain, you know? I don't like that. Okay, So it is now time for the boss, Yhorm the Giant. And there's a really specific reason why I've chosen to go to Yhorm first instead of Aldrich. And that is because because we have helped Siegward of Catarina and we've broken him out of jail. He had mentioned to us, he has his own path to take, and he is trying to find his old friend in the Profaned capital. His old friend is Yhorm the Giant, and Siegward has come here to put Yhorm down. And so, at the start of this fight, Siegward is going to show up, and he is going to start attacking Yhorm. Now, if you've played Demon Souls, you will find a weapon in here that is very familiar to you in the Storm Ruler. And you need to use this weapon on Yhorm. That is, quote-unquote, the real way to take him down. Funny story, when this game first came out, it came out in Japan literally a month before it did anywhere else. But because of the advent of downloading games on consoles, when the game launched on PS4, me and a couple of my friends downloaded the Japanese version and played it. And I had played Demon Souls at that time, but I had not played it as much as other friends. And so when I came in here and picked up the Storm Ruler, I did not know what it was. I did not recognize the icon, the artwork, nothing. And even though I was using Google Translate on my phone, and I just didn't think to translate what I had just picked up. So I have actually killed Yhorm the Giant without using the Storm Ruler, and I do have a video of it, and I will link it in the video description. So it is completely possible to just never use the Storm Ruler. But if you want to totally complete Siegward of Catarina's questline, you want to bring Yhorm down really, really fast using the Storm Ruler. So what we have to do is, once we enter, we've got to pick up the Storm Ruler, find it in our inventory, and equip it. And it works the same way it did in Demon Souls. You two-hand it, hold L1, that charges up the sword. Once it's fully charged, press R1, and you'll push a huge storm arc into Yhorm and deal massive damage. Okay.
Yhorm, old friend. I, Siegward of the Knights of Catarina, have come to uphold my peace. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
Okay, I should also mention you only get one shot at this. If Siegward dies, that's it. He does not come back in subsequent attempts. So you need to be very fast, go to Yhorm's throne, get the Storm Ruler, and equip it. God, here it is. You gotta hold L2, actually. Alright, luckily, Siegward has one of his own, which is helpful, and that sort of clues you into you should use it. But again, playing the Japanese version of the game, I had not done the quest, so I just didn't know. But for the most part, Siegward will keep Yhorm busy, and so you can really just sort of tag team him like this. Just keep your distance. Yep, that's why. Yhorm will eventually come after you. Damn. Oh, is Siegward dead? No, he's not. He's still around. Alright, so he's going after Siegward now, so once you get a clean shot, there you go. And Siegward should get one of his own. He doesn't have to get the killing blow or anything, not by any means. There you go, so that's Yhorm the Giant. You can do it without the Storm Ruler, doesn't matter, totally up to you. But if you want to fully complete the questline, highly recommend using it, otherwise Siegward will die. So let's talk to Siegward one last time.
It seems I am in your debt once again. My thanks. I could have not kept my promise without you. Now, for a final toast. To your valor, and my old friend Yhorm. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast. You are a true friend. Best of luck with your duty. Well, I'm the only...
Okay. So that is the conclusion of Siegward's questline. I want to just double check. Right? Okay. So what we're going to do is, since we've gotten the Siegbrow, we can walk towards the throne, and he should collapse. Maybe we have to leave. Yep. Okay, so that is the end of Siegward. He has fulfilled his purpose. He has put down his old friend Yhorm, and for helping him out, we get another Storm Ruler, the Pierced Shield, and the Catarina set. So that is the end of Siegward's questline. Just double checking, I don't think there's anything behind the throne. No. Okay, so that is Irithyll Dungeon. That is the Profaned capital. Once you're ready, you can go ahead and leave and go back to Firelink Shrine. And then Karla is now here, and Karla will take the other books that we have. So what we should do is... Logan's scroll should go to Orbeck. Yes. Alright, so let's give Logan's scroll to Orbeck of Vinheim. Oh, we should also give the ashes to the handmaid. Grave Warden's ashes? No. Prison Chief ashes. Prison Chief's ashes unlock Rime Blue Moss Clump, Pale Pine Resin, and Karla's set. So Karla's set is now here. Karla's pointed hat, coat, gloves, and trousers. And Karla sits here in this little cubbyhole.
There you are. As I said, I am Karla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort, that wouldn't interest you, would it? You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
Okay, so she takes Pyromancy Tomes and Divine Tomes. Yeah, let's give her the Kaylana Pyromancy Tome. Okay, and then we will also give her the Grave Warden Pyromancy
The
Tome.
one that resonates with the dark. Yes. Well suited to me. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lass, you.
So that line right there about only giving her pyromancies, that can only happen if you give her both pyromancy tomes in a row. That's why I did it in that order.
Oh, is this a divine tome? What on earth are you thinking? I wouldn't go near a divine tome, or any so-called miracle. And casters of miracles are sure to steer clear of me. So please, don't torture me so. Ah, you. How could you? Oh. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale. But do understand, it will be my first time. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Okay, so now, having given her those tomes, we have access to Affinity, Dark Edge, Fire Whip, Firestorm, Rapport, Black Flame, Blackfire Orb, Deep Protection, and Gnaw. Alright, so that's it for Karla.
Discovering Irithyll if the tales are true, what do you think?
Okay, and then we should also send Greirat out.
I am Greirat the thief.
And then let me just double check to make sure we don't have to do anything here with him after we send him out. Greirat. Greirat's second outing to Irithyll. Okay. Oh no. Okay, I think this is it for Greirat. Damn, I should have done this last time.
Goodbye, dude.
Okay, so let me reload really fast. I think we may have doomed Greirat by not doing this correctly. I should have sent him out before we went to Profaned Capital. Alright, so Greirat is gone. And then we should have to send Patches out to rescue him. So let's just go see if Patches will leave. If he won't, then Greirat is doomed. Which is sad.
Oh, hello. Wait just a couple of... Can't find any...
Alright, I think that's it. I think that's it for Greirat. Man, that stinks. That's alright. It's no big deal. It just would have allowed us to purchase lightning urns later, which, again, is really not a big deal. Greirat will be doomed in these cases. Patches will not rescue Greirat, even if you send Greirat in a second outing after the Yhorm the Giant boss fight and Siegward has died. Yeah, okay, so Greirat is doomed, I'm afraid. So that kind of stinks. I would have liked to have shown you the end of his questline, but it is what it is. Oddly enough, the Storm Ruler still works, but it now costs mana. It doesn't cost mana during the boss fight. Just a weird little thing. But we should equip our weapon, which is here. And let's just see if we can level this up. I don't think we can. Man, I'm kind of annoyed that I ruined his quest line. That's alright. Oh, he's back. No, he's not. That was weird. I don't have nearly enough chunks. That's fine. Alrighty. So I guess that's that. Let's level up and then we'll be done. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue putting points into endurance, and then we'll go strength again. So what I'm trying to do is make it so I can swing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God, I'm like just shy of 5. That's okay though. How close am I to another level? Oh, I'm only 1,000 away. Let's quickly crack open the soul and level up one more time.
Very well then, Hagen. Farewell, Ashen One.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. All right, so that's probably as high as I can put my endurance. But that will be it. Do I have any more undead bone shards? No. Okay, so we will end it here. Currently level 70. In the next part of the walkthrough, we will go to a spoilery location that is unlocked after you defeat Pontiff Sullivan. So I don't want to spoil that in case you haven't already been there. I will warn you, it's a relatively small area, but there's a lot to do. And then it will end with killing of the third lord. And then after we kill that third lord, we will get transported to another boss that we will kill right away. So in the next walkthrough, we're going to kill 2 bosses. Just sort of the way it goes. And again, the reason I did it in this order is because if you kill Yhorm with Siegward, and that is your third lord, then you will immediately be teleported out of the area, and you will kind of miss out on that last Siegbrow, and then you may miss out on his armor. So that's just why I like doing it in this order. It's kind of like an unintended consequence of the way the game works. I don't really get why the game works this way, but it is what it is. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls 3, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.